What's going on, guys? Trucking with Jocelyn here. It's been a little bit. Let me explain. Okay, I've been super busy. I had a video made with an update on this phone, my iPhone. I lost the footage, and that was a few months ago. Then I switched back to Android, and now I got to make another video. So I've been super busy, kind of. There's not been really any much good freight to be hauling. Been watching a lot of people turn their trucks in. Sorry for the bounce in them. Getting unloaded at Anheuser-Busch here in Tulsa. Um, a lot of people have been turning their trucks in. A lot of people are tired of Snyder yanking them around on money they owe them. I'm one of them. They owed me over $600 and ended up paying me pennies. Not going to go into that. Just for the sake of not going into it. July 8th, I go for a transfer to JB Hunt to see if they're a little bit better on actually paying their drivers and not, yanking them around. Hopefully not. Going on July 8th again, I just said that, to orientation, and then down there in Dallas, which is where I just came from. I just came from Houston, and yeah, was not a fun trip, not at all. But I made the trip, and now I get to get unloaded and go up here to a truck stop close by. I believe there's a quick trip down the street that I can go to take a 10-hour, and then I get to do the 140-mile journey home and do that. But just wanted to give you guys a little update on how it's going. First few months it was great. Miles and money was there, and then they got hit with the lawsuit. Snyder got hit with the $47 million lawsuit. And then all of a sudden, freight dropped. I don't think it has any correlation with the lawsuit, but freight dropped soon after, and then the rates went down, and then the delivery windows opened up so big to go 4 to 650 miles. They would have it set up to take 4 days to get to the drop to deliver, and you couldn't deliver until their set time, and there's nothing much you can do about it. What was another one of the last straws for me was the fact that I got stuck sitting at a shipper for 24 hours. Granted, they did give me the chance to get off of it, but I told them I'll take it because I needed that load because it was hooked into a set load ratio that I had set up, which they ended up pulling one load off and then throwing right back on the board for the same stuff when I could have ran it, but they pulled it off me and then just threw it back on the board for somebody else to pull. But on that load, they ended up being a 2 pickup load, one at Main Freight down there in Fort Worth, and then one at Billy Jealousy. Great group of people there. I was really upset with how Snyder handled that whole situation with them. I could have made it work, but Snyder just wanted to treat me like a company driver, um, and basically say we're gonna have to reschedule them for a whole nother pickup next week, even though they have deadlines. You can't come back with it empty to pick their freight up. You can't rearrange the freight in the trailer, even though you would have enough space if you rearranged it properly. But they said I wasn't allowed to do anything, and I was trying to help the customer out as much as possible. And the customer got frustrated, called their guy in the whole Snyder group, um, and then he basically said that he couldn't do nothing about it either, and um, there's nothing else more to it other than um, your pallets just aren't getting out when they are supposed to, and you're gonna have to reschedule. Which that really sucked on how they handled it. You know, I had the time and whatnot to go to NFI, drop, pick up an empty, come back, get their freight on that trailer alone, drop it, grab another empty, and then deadhead to Pineville, Louisiana, to go to North Carolina. But they said no, we're just going to have it put onto another truck, which really made no sense to just stick it on another truck when I'm right there and I can do that real quick. It's just a 40, 60 to 67 mile round trip. 20 there, 20 back, 20, you know. So, and they just said, no, we'll just reschedule it for later. And I didn't like how they handled that situation, so I went ahead and called JB Hunt and was like, hey, just curious on what you guys are offering um, for your lease drivers and whatnot. And they sent me a deal, and it seems pretty good, um, almost to an extent of too good to be true. And you know what they say about things that are too good to be true? They normally tend to be too good to be true. But we'll see, and we'll run JB Hunt for a few months. Been here. Let's see. I've been with Snyder since March 18th, and today is the 24th. So, see, March, April, May, June, 4 months. I've been with them, and it's just not working out the way they run you. They treat you like a company driver, and they don't even have sleeper berth split. And with this low that I'm on now, or well, I'm still on it. I got stuck at the operating center down in Dallas/Wilmer for 4 hours in a bay, waiting for the trailer that I was hooked up to get serviced and fixed. It took them 4 hours to replace one light, replace the ABS module, and one tire. And that's all they did. And it took them 4 hours. And then I had a issue over at Anheuser-Busch down there in Tulsa, not Tulsa, Houston, where they had me scale out and said, you got to go back here to the docks, even though it's a preloaded trailer. You got to go to the docks, and they're either going to have to rework it or recount the pallet because there's some sort of variance, and they didn't really know what it meant, variance. And they counted it, said, you're all good. It's just our system flagged it for being too light or too heavy or whatever it was on the trailer, and it's just because I had the axles too far forward, I'm guessing. And I ended up sliding them to like the 43-foot mark, or was it the 41 mark? think it was the 41 mark, and I got the trailer at 34,018. And before I got into Oklahoma, I slid it to the 43 mark, and that's an additional 500 pounds off the trailer because they're 250 holes because they're close together. So that worked out. Got into Oklahoma, got up here to Tulsa, got into a door, and now I'm fixing to go do a 10-hour break just so I can go home because I did something I'm not supposed to do. Don't do what I did. What I did was very, very illegal. I ran in violation. Don't do it. Okay? Yeah, I shouldn't have done it, but we don't have sleeper berth split here, and it's a safety. Safety smafety. If I'm good to drive, I'm good to drive. I know when I'm tired. But I got up here and called them, told them like, hey, I went over my hours. This is what happened, and then like, okay, well, you'll probably receive another call. Wanting some more information about it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I went to file my HVUT. For those that know what a HVUT is, it's I don't see where it goes. It's supposed to be heavy vehicle usage tax that we get taxed for owning a vehicle and driving it on the roads, but the roads are so terrible. I don't see where it's going, but that's another topic for another day. But yeah, I told them that they're going to have to reschedule for tomorrow while I was at the shipper last night. I got here and got into a door, and as soon as I backed into the door and the back of the trailer touched the dock, your appointment time has been updated. I was like, what? And then they call like, hey, this is such and such with Snyder. I was like, I was waiting for this call. Like, oh, okay. I'm already in a dock. I seen that you guys had my appointment time changed. They're like, oh, okay. Well, they're just gonna unload you. Well, that works out. On the other hand, we got to talk about your violation time, and I explained what happened, and they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, this isn't your fault. But they're still hitting me with the violation, a company violation, so which is fine. You do you, boo boo. I ran over my hours. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it so I could turn the CB off. Get this load up here. I was 3 hours late, still getting it up here. It was supposed to have been delivered at 0600. It's the live unload. Hence all the bouncing. But it is what it is. I got it here. Same the day that they wanted. Granted, it's 3 hours late, but I got it delivered. I still count it as a win, but wanted to give you guys an update. Everything's going not great, but okay. If you get what I'm saying, it's not like how some people make it look. Oh, I'm making $7,000 a week, or no, there are some weeks where I'm breaking even and rolling expenses over to the next week because of how the freight is. And if I had to tell you, if you were looking into becoming an owner operator, I would wait just a little bit longer, or go to a company that has a dispatching system like Swift, and go get you a truck from them and pick out the truck you actually want. See, I wanted a Kenworth, but I'm in a Freightliner. If I would have went to Swift, I could have got the truck I actually wanted, spec how I wanted, but I'm not going to complain. I have a truck. I have things done to it that I like. Got the passenger seat pulled out. Got my fridge stuck there where the passenger seat would go. Got my Xbox TV, internet, my new gaming laptop. I got a little table in the back, not like the factory table, but like a little TV dinner table kind of deal going on. But I can cook and everything in here, but Kenworth would have been nice. Just saying. I'm just saying. But no, give you guys an update. So everything's okay. I'm moving over to JB Hunt. Just filed my 2290, my 550 yearly tax for being an owner operator. So main advice I can say is go to a place that has a smaller truck payment. Mine's like $1,300-$1,400 every week. From what I can understand, Swift is like four or $700 a week, between like four and 700. I'm not particularly sure on it, but when I talked to the driver, he said he was like paying like 500 or 475 for a brand new T680 with how he wanted it. So, and the truck's over 200,000 and it's brand new. I'm paying over 200,000 for a 21 that only had 157,000 on it because of interest and my balloon payment. But I'm going to pay it off, get everything squared away with it, and probably end up buying a trailer if I don't end up selling this and going and buying an older truck. Older is better. You can't disagree with me on that. I mean, you can, but you just gonna be wrong. I'm just kidding. No, but to me, I personally prefer the older trucks. Just me, the older Centuries, Columbias, FLDs, Classics. Yeah. The older Freightliners look a little bit better than this newer stuff. A lot less sensors and doodads going on. No DPF system that can fail. That's one thing that scares me is that DPF system. You'd be driving down the road and all of a sudden, oh, it's a D-rate. Oh no, and it's because of that DPF system. That's the one thing that scares me. But anyways, that's my update. I'm doing okay. I'm floating by. Moving over to JB Hunt on the 8th. As soon as I'm cleared with them, still waiting on a couple of things to come back. I'm going to do my drug test on Wednesday, the day before my birthday. Hey, the 27th. Gonna go and do all that on Wednesday and get that taken care of, and go ahead and start up with them and be good to go. So I'll catch you guys next time. Be sure to stay safe. Buckle up, wear your seatbelt while you're driving. Put the phone away. Don't text and drive. And pay attention. Pay attention. Keep them roads safe, drivers. Catch you guys next time.